Hello everybody and welcome back to Open Source Tonight. Today let's talk about the wget command. It's pretty cool stuff. Let's get right on into it. Alright, so if we take a look here, I'm going to just download a file from my local web server on the network here. So I'm just going to do that. And in my case it's called av1_test.mp4. This was a video of mine I encoded in AV4, or AV1, sorry, the open source, nice, high quality video codec that's really good at compression in my mind. But anyway, so we downloaded that, and you can see that it's downloaded, so it's an entire video. And if I go and I try to play that, you can see, sure enough, it's our buddy Vince right there. I.e. me, in other words. Anyway. So we can use that, but there's other things we can do. If we use the --help, it will tell us what we can do. There's a bunch of stuff. We can come in here and we can download different things. We can do recursive downloads. We can do all kinds of different things. We can actually even use this to automatically log into an FTP server. If you got one of those laying around you want to automatically log into and download stuff from. I actually didn't realize it could do that until I just read that. I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but I am. We can come in here and do that. We can do this right here and say HTTPS only, so the connection has to be encrypted to the web server if you need to be really good on the security. We can specify a user agent, excuse me. All right, we can specify that. So if we wanted in the logs of where we're pulling from the web server, we could log the user agent, as a lot of sites in theory could do. I believe it's the default on Nginx is to log the user agent, if I remember right. Well, we can go ahead and do that. We can also save the headers to a file we get from the server, all kinds of different stuff. We can set a refer URL. We can set our own headers. So again, this is really capable if you know how to do some interesting stuff. But generally what I use it for is just to download like deb packages. So like for example, let's say I want a Google Chrome. Now I know I already got Google Chrome, but let's just pretend I didn't. Here's what we could do. We could go to download now, right? And I'm going to hit download here, hit RPM 64, and then I believe if I go, yeah, it just gives me, here we go, download. I think I can use this as a direct download link, I think. There was a way to do this with Chrome in the past. I think you can do it. So I'm going to put this in quotes because it's got an ampersand in it, and that would confuse things. And let's just see what happens. So, yeah, I think that it actually didn't download right, because that's, yeah. All right, well, anyway, maybe it's a bad example because that doesn't work anymore. But let's say something does work. You know, you could do that. We could grab one of the open source builds. That would probably be something that we could actually do. So let's say, here, we'll just go grab the, here we go. Let's go right here, and I can just wget it. So we'll go like this, okay, and it's going to try connecting. You can see what a slow web response looks like. I'm wondering if this is actually not working anymore or something, because that's definitely not doing anything. Okay, well, anyway, you get the idea. So I can download different things right there. Now, curl is a similar command, which you can see here. I kind of just like wget better. Curl's all right for certain things. I think curl's better for posts and like accessing APIs, and wget is better for like just pulling down data. So, you know, if we look at the man page, the non-interactive network downloader is what its little tagline is, and it is a free utility for downloading files from the web. It supports HTTP, HTTPS, and FTP, as well as retrieval to HTTP proxies. Anyway, you get the idea. So it's pretty cool, and it talks about how it can literally follow links in HTML, XHTML, and CSS to download them. So that's something you can do actually, and it's really interesting that we can do that, and I think it's interesting. And it also talks about how it will respect the robots.txt file you can point. Anyway, there's different things you can do with this. It's the point of the matter. And so, again, just a quick overview of the command, but I think that wget can be very handy. I mean, if you need to download a file for whatever the reason, and I do this all the time, it's like, well, I need this, you know, program or something, and I'm on a server, and I'm just SSH into it. Just wget it, go grab the deb package or the RPM or whatever, and you can just install it right there from the command line. And, you know, it's really easy. You don't have to download it with Chrome or Firefox or something on your local box and then, you know, like use SFTP or something to copy it up to the server. You can just do it all locally. So I think it's pretty handy. Anyway, everybody, thanks for watching Open Source Tonight. Hope you enjoyed today's video. And until next time, goodbye, everybody. And action.